So this is going to be a different video to my normal type. I'm normally trying to educate people, help them heal, share the spiritual journey, and really just trying to uplift people really and show them the way forward, show them the corruption of the life that we exist in and just get beyond it really to focus on your goals and dreams. The only trouble with it all is nothing is certain. And even if we want something to happen sooner rather than later, it's not always in our hands. The reason this is different is this is me sort of self-reflecting. I woke up this morning a little frustrated, not overly frustrated, not like in deep trepidation or anything crazy. It was just more like a reflection, just a recognition really of I'm like, I think my videos have been good, especially lately. I've gone deep. I did a video yesterday. It was over an hour long, hour and 14 minutes, I think it was, and I put it on YouTube, and I felt so fresh from that because I've been stifled so much on TikTok. I have to keep cutting my videos, so I've like once it reaches 10 minutes, I have to just press stop recording, and then I'm like, even that's too long for TikTok. But I had more to say, so every time I was always like stopped, and that's where the frustration lingered. So the views and everything gets on it could become an irritation because I feel like I'm sacrificing my content and still not getting anywhere. Um, so being able to do on YouTube and just do it as long as I wanted to until I finished talking, that was liberating to me and refreshing. And it wasn't so it's not about the views; it's the fact that I just get to do what I want to do on my terms. I like that. But then I had a little self reflection this morning, and I was like, it's still so frustrating. It's like, what do you want? What do you want? What do I want? Because I had that little thought. You know, we all see the end game. We think like the home life, the things we want. You know, in terms of that life, you can get caught up in. So it's kind of like, why do you want the views? Why do you want the views? I thought if you had 1 view or 1 million views, either way you created the video, what happens to that video after? Does it really matter? And I thought, well, it does really, because the whole point of the video really was to try and guide some people, help them. So I think that's where the frustration's coming from. Yeah, my life is a struggle more than it should. I'll get to that after. But the videos are being created to help people, and it's like if they're not being seen, they can't help anybody. So it's like what a waste because I know the video can help the right people, but too many people are terrified of looking within and facing their shadow self. Look at their life and realize there's so much that can be changed and improved, you know, and it's going to take sacrifice and a lot of work. So most people go with just pretend it doesn't exist and just they don't want to look at it. But sort of when I look at my life, for instance, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm intelligent, so I have a lot of wisdom. I share a lot of myself. So a lot of my journey to help heal people, help them sort of overcome their circumstances too. And that's how all my books started, really. And it's only later you start to look and go, I put all this hard work in. I think there should be some sort of like elevation to my life for it, really, because it's like a lot of sacrifice, you know? So I was looking at it and I'm thinking, why am I always struggling? It doesn't make sense for someone so intelligent. And that's, again, this isn't about boosting an ego or anything about this. It's just me, again, self-reflecting. I know I'm intelligent. I mean, people that follow me, they've seen my content, they know I'm intelligent. This isn't a boost of ego situation. It's a self-reflection situation. Like, if you're this intelligent, why are you struggling so much all the time? Why like finance is so restricted? Why is career not really took off? Why do you not have the love of your life? Why is you like don't have that family unit yet? It's all these things missing, and it's like this is such a frustration. And of course, innately, I know. So I'm sort of asking in my mind, this isn't right. This isn't fair. I don't understand. I have a lot of signs in my life, so we're going to delve onto the spiritual bit just slightly. And it says about all the prophecy, all of it coming true, all the things I'm missing, I will have. And some of the signs I had yesterday, which I switched past because I'm not into revenge, but it said people haven't been removed from your life. They're still in your life in some way. They still have an attachment to your energy. There's still an obsession by some people, and that's been done on purpose. Spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, they've aligned everything in a way that these people have to watch me rise. So there will be a time when everything just like it's almost like the rocket, you know, when a rocket goes to the moon or into space, there's this massive launch that happens eventually, you know, and it just like everything smashes off, and then and then it's free. there's going to be that moment when the launch finally happens. And those around will have to bear witness to that. The ones that judge, even during the period when I'm struggling, because the struggling is like a false representation of who I am and where I'm going. It's the holding pattern, and that's when I get really frustrated. That feeling, because I feel bound and tight. I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, and I'm always working on myself. And it's like, where's the frustration comes from the lack of progress in terms of like finances and elevation. I don't like being stagnant. I get bored doing the same thing. So it's like, where's the new opportunities coming? It's going to make me feel fresh and excited. Um, so I'm investing in the videos more. I've just invested in a new microphone. Um, so I can see where the progress is. But I also know there's a point of working on yourself entirely. I sometimes focus on one thing rather than multiples. So there's like anyone, I need to find better balance to my days. I can lose an entire day to one thing, and I go, oh, that's a waste of a day. But I'm like, wait a minute, you did your videos, you did all this. I think that's helpful, and you did something. But I'm like, yeah. But if I split my days up better, I could have done a chapter of my book. I could have done a video. I could read someone else's book on a different topic, continually build knowledge. I could be meditating. I could be doing all this. There's a lot you can do in a single day, and I don't find that balance either. I'm not always like one thing or the other. But I think the weight of life can carry on most of us. So I'm like, I don't know sometimes. I'm like, am I being judged unfairly for, like, I say unfairly, but am I being judged for that? So what I understand in my life though is that everything is divinely orchestrated and guided, and I will be held captive in a way for a period until it's free to go. I always have this sign, hidden in plain sight. So it's like I can keep working on myself, and it's important I do what I do, but it's not my time yet. And there will be a time when it is my time. So you have to just ride the waves really, and just continually get frustrated until it's your time to be let free. And then when they let you free, all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, because all of a sudden it's out of nowhere. It's seemingly out of nowhere, the success, but you've been building it for years. It's just no one saw it. And that's when I realized it's not a platform thing. I can get really fed up with TikTok and say they're hindering my views. They're restricting me at every turn. I'm fed up with it. Then I post videos on YouTube and I've got the same problem. Then I look at my books. I don't ask anyone for a review, but for the most part, they're 4 or 5 star reviews. They're genuine reviews because I don't ask for reviews. So it's like, if they're 4 or 5 star reviews, why are they not selling like crazy? So I've got books that are not selling to the level they should be. In my opinion, they should be selling. They should be doing far better. I've got video content that doesn't even grow at the moment. And yet I share so much of my journey that could heal so many people. So if we look at it logically like that, and you look at the spiritual journey, it's quite obvious to me that I'm being held back at the moment. The content will always be there though. So when I do go forward, everybody will see it. And I had signs of this as well, that it will go viral. And when one thing kicks off, it all kicks off. It's like fireworks. You just need that one firework to finally lit. And it's like, I'm just waiting for them to light my firework. So I get frustrated, but I'm learning to go with the flow a little bit more. It's not a heavy frustration or burden now, because I know it's all part of the plan. I'll be set free when it's time to be set free. And often with me as well, there's always times when it gets really, really tense. When you think you got no money, your bills are kept mounting, the pressure's building. It's like a fire cake. I get like that too, and it's like, this is how the hell am I going to sort this out? And it's not enough time to find a resolution. Shit is going to hit the fan quite quick. But more often than not, something happens even in the final hour. So like in my life, because I've experienced it, even in the stress and the suffering, it's like I know a miracle can still happen. And I think maybe I'm supposed to be showing people to just always maintain that faith. Don't lose hope, don't give up. Maybe self-reflect and figure out why you do what you do, because what we do should go beyond the material anyway. It's like, if my book's never sold and my videos never got the views, sometimes I stop for a moment, just feel like it took a lot of effort and energy. I want a break. If there's no urgency to it because this other stuff exists, but I always come back. I'll always come back to it because it means too much to me. So even in this lifetime, if nothing got seen, I would have still created an awful lot, because that's what I feel I'm called to do. That's what I need to do. And I think if I see success, it's a reward for that. And it's more about the other people than me. I think that's what it is. So if I get let loose at some point and it all goes viral, I think it's a reward to me, but really it's a blessing to others because they finally get to see it.